It's about 100 degrees right now, and I'm about to go run 6 miles. Not because it's 100 degrees, but because it's what my training plan calls for. And that's what I want to encourage you today. Not to go out running the heat, but sticking to the plan, your plan, and adapting as you go. This is the next simple step. I'm Paul Goldsmith. Most people don't even have a plan. Do you? You may have had one at one time, but life got busy. You got a job, you got married, maybe you even had kids. You definitely got bills, other obligations, setbacks along the way. And here you are trying to figure it out. Just get through the day. But when was the last time you looked at your life plan? A lot of people don't have an answer to that because they never created one. You just take it as it comes. But maybe, just maybe, there's still time for you to take a step back and create a plan for your life. What do you want it to look like at the end of your life? What do you want to accomplish? Who do you want to be? Do you want to live up to your highest potential? You're not done yet. You're still here for a reason. And I heard it said the other day, if you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. But if you're at peace, you're living in the present. I like that. I'm not entirely sure it's true, but I like the sentiment. There's a lot of reasons that people get depressed and need professional help for that. No judgment at all for that. Because if you can't think clearly, if you're truly depressed, then nothing else matters. You want to have mental health so you can actually go about your life. But I do know one thing. When you're on mission, you're working the plan, you have more peace, even and especially during difficult circumstances and setbacks. Because if you don't know where you're going, how do you even know if you're lost? Well, for starters, you probably feel it and you hit a setback. It's pretty discouraging. But the good news is, every moment, this moment is a chance for a new beginning. What's your plan? I, for one, have lifetime goals, and then I break them down into annual and then even further into quarterly goals, mentally, physically, spiritually, professionally, and relationally, because it's all connected. You're one person. How are you going to optimize your living for how much ever longer you have to live? Now, I personally am a big fan of creating lifetime goals. I'll give you an example. I have a lifetime goal: stay proactive, intentional with my health, physically strong and mobile. And then I put in specific benchmarks, goals, challenges every single year to know that I'm on track. I'm working the plan. And this year I'm running because I have a goal to run a marathon in under 4 hours. That's not particularly fast as far as marathons go, but for me it is. I've run 3 marathons so far, and the first 2 I ran in over 5 hours, and the last one that I ran was just 3 years ago, and I did it in a time of 4 hours and 45 minutes. And so to do a sub 4 hour marathon is going to be quite a big difference from 45 minutes quicker than my last one. But I have run some multiple half marathons in the meantime, and 2 that I ran under 2 hours. Getting that under 4 hour marathon mark is a stretch goal for me. It's not going to be easy, but that's why I'm running in 100-degree weather to prepare for the fall marathon, to do everything I can in my power to meet that goal. And that's really the plan for life. Every year, challenge myself physically and mentally. And if I don't make it, I'm still that much stronger, and I'll just recalibrate and set a new goal to stay as resilient as I can for as long as I can, to stay active in my mind and body. Benjamin Franklin said, some people die at 25, but they aren't buried until 75. None of us has a guaranteed number of years, but we do have today to make meaning and to accept where you are, to live with intention takes a decision, because you can only be intentional if you're clear on what those intentions are. So let me ask you, what can you do today to feel good about your effort to be on mission, on goal. And don't worry about the results. You can't control that or anybody else or any other external circumstances. Just focus on working the plan, your plan. As an entrepreneur, I read a lot of business books, and there's a great book from Ray Dalio, a billionaire investor. It's called Principles, and highly recommend that. He wrote, "In trading, you have to be defensive and aggressive at the same time. If you're not aggressive, you are not going to make money. And if you're not defensive, you're not going to keep money." Whoa, that's powerful. Isn't the same also true in life? You have to be defensive to protect your peace, not let people hijack your attention for their own financial or political or personal gain, whatever it is. Nobody's thinking about your intentions. They're thinking about theirs. You have to be aggressive at the same time in living with your intention and working your life plan. No one else is going to work it for you. That's true in business and in life. And when those setbacks and surprises come along, you just have to factor those into the plan ahead of time, because no one plans or wants terminal cancer or lose their job or some other horrible circumstance, but it's just a part of life. Try to think about what you can do today to create buffer in your life when the unexpected happens, to prepare for that crisis. I don't have it all figured out by any means. I'm learning as I go here and sharing some of my thoughts, but that's the reason I decided to start multiple businesses, because it's wise financially to diversify. And that's exactly what I'm doing, spreading the risk, learning as I go. I can't predict the future, but I always want to have options. Cash flow provides options. And it's true. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy you options. It buys time. I used to say I don't want to make money. I want to make a difference. But I've learned you can make a bigger difference when you make money. Certainly, if you don't have money, there's ways to make a difference relationally and volunteering. And I'm not saying you can't make a difference, but money's a tool, and you can use that tool to make a big difference. Personally, I'm not storing up fancy toys or cars or whatever. I'm trying to put my money into businesses that I believe in, businesses that make the world a better place, that help me live my values according to my life plan. If you're feeling stuck or discouraged today, don't stay there. This has been helpful for me, and I'll give it to you. Life can be overwhelming, often is. Just write down 3 things you can do today to get moving and progress on a goal. Maybe it's a goal that you have forgotten about, a goal that you set a long time ago. Maybe it's time to bring it back and start taking action. How can you better yourself or help someone else today? Whatever comes to mind, just take the next simple step. Need some help? I'll give you an example. Maybe one thing you could do is stop doing something that no longer serves you. If it's a waste of time, just stop doing it. You don't need my permission, but sometimes you're just getting through the day and a lot of people are on autopilot and you need somebody to really shake you and say, stop it. Your time is precious because it's limited. So focus on the stuff that's going to give you the greatest returns in your future. 10 years down the road, 5, next year, next week, mentally, physically, relationally, and professionally. Because everything has an opportunity cost, meaning whatever you do today, you're prioritizing over everything else that you're not doing because you're doing what you did. And there's no judgment for that. It's not right or wrong, but have you taken a minute to reflect? Are you investing your time and resources into the highest leveraging activities for you and your goals? What can you do today to have the greatest returns in the future? Maybe it's reaching out to a friend instead of scrolling, or maybe it's time you take that side hustle of the business seriously and go make a sale. However small a sale is, it still counts. It builds momentum. You don't need the perfect website or business cards or even perfect business plan. You can build the plan as you go. You just need sales if you're trying to run a business. And as kind of obvious as that sounds, sometimes it's not obvious because there's a lot of distractions and things that you can do that are ancillary to making sales. But if you don't have sales, you have a hobby. Oftentimes it's an expensive hobby. And so you really have to decide, is that a business that you want to take seriously or keep it as a hobby? That's really up to you. But where do you want to be in 3 years and work backwards? Let's say you want to get healthier. Okay. You don't need to have a professional sports contract to be an athlete. You just need to move your body. It's really up to you to work the plan. I'm cheering you on, but first I'm going to go for that run. You do the same, and maybe running's not your jam. That's okay. It's recommended that everyone, if you're able, get at least 7,500 steps in every day. So whether it's a walk or run, just get moving. And I do believe we all need sunlight. We're powered by the sun, just like plants and all of life. You need to get some sunshine, not meant to be at a computer or inside looking at a screen all day. So as I like to say, go for a run, get some sun, and don't forget to have fun. I'll talk to you next time on the next Simple Step Podcast.